Morning to you. It's your boy Carcino here, and let's get into it. Your boy Sean Puffy Combs, or AKA Diddy, is reportedly $200 million in debt, and it's climbing. His plane has been docked, and he hasn't been using it because really the money that he had coming in is a lot of it is backlogged, and he's not going to be able to afford the fuel. He's been floating around a bunch of IOUs, and the money people have loaned him is starting to run low. Once the wire transfer was rejected, the firm eventually dropped him as a client. They're not representing him no more. After, for the second month, they did not receive payment. Diddy's company that he had that was doing the tours, that was booking tours for all the big stars from Madonna to Nas to everybody, that company had decided in their best interest not to do, all the artists decided to leave that company. And Diddy's losing a lot of revenue because of it. He was banking on that to get him through. Yeah, so he owes about 200 million right now in debt, and it is steadily climbing. And the longer this thing gets drawn out, because he's not having the revenue come in. So right now the only thing he has really that's his bread and butter is that Bad Boy catalog. And because he has that Bad Boy catalog, he used that to leverage to get multi-million-dollar deals. And his other business ventures that he has set up in place, well, let's just say that money that's tied up is pretty tied up. Yeah. Yes. Well, thank you. Appreciate that. But it's not looking good for the Diddy man right now. He chose to go down a rabbit hole and make some very bad decisions for himself. And because he made some poor choices in handling the situation, this got out of hand. If he'd have handled the Cassie situation properly, this thing wouldn't have spiraled out of control the way that it did. Now, it led to a raid of his home, a security tape being found and putting on the internet. They haven't even charged him with anything yet. I've never seen this before in my life. Someone raided somebody's house 3 months ago and still haven't charged him with anything. No search warrant, nothing. And they're trying to make a case, but saying they had grounds to do a raid. What was the grounds? There was no drugs found. There was no little miniature cameras in every room found. All of this stuff is lies. But all of these things that Little Rod is reportedly saying happened, people are trying to find, is that the smoking gun? What is the real issues of this situation? We're not seeing it. So if we don't see it, does it not exist? Or what's the situation? Is guilty before proven guilty. This new way of the internet trials that they're having. They're basically locking people up based off of how they feel. We feel you're guilty. We feel you're in this position. We feel this is way about you. So because we feel, this is how it should go. It's pretty cut and dried if you ask me, So I'm not trying to, delve so deep into the situation like some, so a lot of other people are doing. They're going too far into it, I believe, while everybody else is, kind of staying firm. There is no Diddy in the Tupac case. No. As far as this court trial has been going on, Diddy's not being arrested for that at all. Forget the internet rumors on that. Just forget that. But he has numerous debts, and that's why his law firm had to drop him. One of his lawyers get paid like $4,000, $5,000 an hour. He had a whole team of lawyers. Those bills add up. He owes millions to that firm, and he hasn't paid what he was supposed to pay because Diddy really can't afford it right now. He's behind on a lot of everything right now, and just to try to see what he can get transferred out of his name into his children's name. That's what he's been trying to do to save and protect his properties and getting himself out of the business, so that they don't say, okay, well, Diddy got all of this in his name. So they tried to get Justin's name caught in a situation in another civil case to try to come after him, and it's slanderous. A lot of the stuff that they're trying to do to people, that they're allowing people to falsify cases by motivating them to do so. Whenever you have district attorneys saying, everybody out there who might have had something happen to them, please come forward. What you're saying is, hey, come and make up a story. Come on, we need more stories made up. Come on down. And then you ended up with these stories like all these other women who slept with him, got paid, spent a good time, got high, did whatever. And then after the party's over and there's no more money and nobody's checking for you anymore, and you're just that old vet, and now you want to get a bag for it. So it's the reality of the world we live in today, So it's just what it is. And that's the problem that they have. You got people who make a living off of the torturing and the uncomfortableness of the people before them. They love to see them suffer. They love to see them in pain. They just love that. The misery. And people acting like Cassie just got destroyed or something. I'm just like, my goodness. Yeah, that was a bad night for Cassie, but Cassie is doing all right. Well, now she's not, because Diddy might be filing for bankruptcy soon. The way they're going, they're trying to bankrupt him and run him completely out of town. He's toxic. Can't nobody come around him ever. And that's how new society is. New society got it where there's no grace anymore. No more of that. It's all bad all the time. Whatever he sold Revolt for wasn't worth it. He ended up with nothing. So, you know, you got bad situations till they become worse situations. He's $200 million in debt. And that number is steadily climbing. He sold it for $200 million, his shares, and guess what? $200 million in debt. Why do you think his law firm dropped him? He hadn't been making payments. You don't know Diddy's bills. The bills are out of this world, buddy. And because the bills are what they are, that's why people don't normally trip. Yeah, well, if you want to look at it in the biggest gist of the matter, you'll be looking at Diddy and what all he had to pay out in lawsuits and lawyers, and he's going with a cheaper firm. But you have to understand, this is a man that's fighting. I'll act like that 200 million meant something. The worlds don't see the things as the same as you might see them. That's a lot of money. Yes, it's a lot of money, and it's steadily climbing. Because the thing is that Diddy has lost a lot of revenue. He settled a lot of lawsuits. Then he has bills. You know how crazy his bills are? The Star Island mansion, he's got the Cali mansion, he's got a couple of other villas in other countries that he has to maintain. He's got crazy bills. What do you think happens when you're not taking care of those bills? All that stuff adds up. And the kind of lifestyle he got, most of these people live in debt anyway. But his debt is greatly manageable. Oh, sorry. But in order for that to happen, he need for this situation to be over with. He hadn't even been tried with anything, and a trial coming up or anything else. You know how much it's going to cost him for trial? If he goes on trial, you know how much that's going to bankrupt him? If that man goes on trial, everything is going down for him. Well, if he got people supporting him, that's good for him, because he's going to need all the support he can get. I'm serious. He's going to need all the support he can get. The situation has turned into a bleak. Oh yeah, it turned very bleak for him. A lot of the stuff I don't believe he's guilty of at all. I think it's made up crap. I don't believe any trafficking and everything else that they're trying to push. They're trying to make it look as if it's a trafficking thing so that they can get a case. There's an agenda out to get them. And that's what it is, you know? That's what these people want. They want blood. So this is how you get it. Well, what you want to do is make sure you maintain. When you maintain something, you have control over the said situation. And Diddy is $200 million in debt. And that number is climbing. I've often told people, this is what we need to do. This is how it needs to be done. There's no wiggle room needed. We need to move forward. This is why you have to make sure when you diversify your accounts, a lot of things can't be in your name. This is why Diddy doesn't have a lot of corporations in his name. Like Bad Boy Records was never in his name. It was in his mother's name. That was done for legal purposes to explain how Diddy could afford a record company and a record label, where his mother had a legitimate accounts and businesses. It was good to funnel it through her name. And he never wanted to take it out of her name because she had tax breaks and different benefits that he did not have or possess. So it made more sense. He's been flexing and maneuvering things out of his portfolio, closing deals to make room for more money. He's moving things into a lot of his children's name to get out of said investments. Certain investments he sold and got out of because he needed the revenue and he didn't have any money to fight it. And this is what losing looks like. Just think, Diddy was a billionaire, right? When all this started. All those numbers are off of projections. I told you this before. So the projections are what is appeasing the people. But when you really look at it, when the light hits, you see that they're really not it. LeBron isn't a billionaire. Jay-Z isn't a billionaire. Diddy isn't a billionaire. This is all illusion. Yes, I'm going to get, I think I had teriyaki last time. Let me take this, I'll take this, the Island Grill. Yeah, the Island Grill. No, not that one, this one. Yeah, I want the Island Grill. Yeah, that's good. Yes, I need, the Sunset. Yes.
I like your shirt. I have a 3-month-old grandson. I'm thinking that would be a good shirt for me. That's really cute.
Yes, I
What
need.
else for you?
The squash and yeah.
Tell them what kind of pieces you want.
Okay, yeah, I want those.
Sometimes you don't want certain things.
Yeah, onions is good too.
Portobello mushroom.
Yep. All of that's gonna work.
You're saying, what else for you?
Okay, I got that. Let me see what else I need. Let's see. I got salmon. I got my veggies. Did you get my tips? My asparagus? Yes. Okay.
I just told the other day, you make 3 times as much asparagus every day and sell it, because that's the first and everybody takes.
Oh, definitely.
Okay, don't forget your salmon, okay?
Okay, I'm gonna take that, and then I will take the Brussels sprout. Brussels sprout.
Which size?
Small. The smallest one you got. Yes. Sino eats very good. Yes, I eat very good. So, yeah, Diddy man's in trouble. So, I don't know what he's going to do, but yeah, he's $200 million in the hole. And it's counting. Sad enough. So,